Hey, what's up, Phantom Forces? Phantom Base coming at you with our week number 3 PMC match versus Aaron 2420, coach of the Calgary Infernapes. Link will be in the description below, I think, if I can remember to do it. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do this match a little bit quicker. I know most of my videos are kind of long, but I just want to get some in-depth stuff going on here. So let's go real quick and go over the team. Really quickly, we have a mixed defensive Ferrothorn with spikes. We got 3 attacks, rocks, Dragonian Chomp, Bulky Chomp to Fizz Sash, Clefable, Magic Guard with Flamethrower, Spidef Mega Heracross with Substitute. We got a mixed defensive Mandibuzz, and we got a Breaker Salazzle. Looking at this team, I can see right away that judging by his team makeup, his Rotom may very well be offensive, judging by the fact that he brought Swampert. But the fact that he brought so much of his offensive threats tells me that he is definitely going a little bit more hyper offense this game. So I have to kind of keep an eye out for his threats. So, but looking at the team makeup, I'm pretty sure his Kartana is Scarfed, which tells me that Hoopa may be more of a offensive breaker role rather than a sweeper. Pert could be a rocker. Chomp could be a rocker. I don't think he brings webs this game because my team's so slow anyway. My team's not really slow, but I think he's going to bring setup versus webs. Mega Chomp could be tanky, but I'm thinking it's going to be more. I'm thinking it's going to be more offensive, but I could be wrong. If he's going to bring defensive Mon, it's going to be Rotom, and it's probably going to have Will-O-Wisp to try to shut down my Heracross and my Garchomp. So, without much further ado, I'll look at his team. I see that he didn't bring Moltres, so leading with Pharaoh is a pretty easy set. Thing we can do. So, really, he doesn't have much of a I figured he would try to lead Ribombee if he's going to get webs up. For some reason, he would leave with it. But he decides to leave with his Kartana, which kind of, I was like, he got me good there on the lead. But what I'm thinking here is I'm going to go hard out Salazzle and read the Sacred Sword. Because really, I resist both of his stabs and Sacred Sword. So if he's going to go for anything, Super Sacred Sword. And if he's locked in Sacred Sword, then he can't kill me in the second shot. And you'll see that tells me he's Jolly, and it probably tells me he's Scarfed, because he's not an offensive boosted item. So here I know he's going to go into Rotom, but this is the point of this Salazzle, is to get damage on things. And you'll see right here from this Fire Blast damage, thankfully we actually connect one for once. That is a Spidef Rotom. That is a very Spidef Rotom. It did about 31% or so. And that left piece puts him in range of, or puts him at 25%, but that still means he's in range of a Dragonian Chomp. And he's, because he's Spidef Rotom, he actually straight up outright kill him, even if he gets back up to full. So here I'm going to predict him to either go for Will-O-Wisp or Hydro Pump, and I'm going to go out to my Clefable. Yes, Clefable is Fizz-Def, but I want to be able to sponge that Will-O-Wisp, because if he does go for Will-O-Wisp predicting my Chomp or my Ferrothorn, then there's no reason for me to be risking that when I don't have Heal Bell support. So here I'm going to click Wish and Protect, try to get back up to full. And he goes for another Hydro, and this tells me he has a little bit of investment, but not a whole lot. If he has any, honestly. But I'm trying to keep my Clefable a little bit more healthy to handle Chomp, or if I can get back up to full, it'd be awesome. But he goes for the Volt Switch here. And this tells me, and right here switches up his moves, tells me he's not choiced in any way. Now this is where the prediction games start coming in. This is where I need to take the driver's seat because of how this series of events goes. So right here, because he went for a Volt Switch, it tells me he's trying to get into a more offensive position. It also tells me that he's going to potentially predict this next turn me to try to block his Volt Switch, or to go into something resist the Volt Switch. Ferrothorn and Garchomp are my only two switch-ins for that. So with that in mind, I have the feeling he's going to go. I predict him to go for a Will-O-Wisp here. And I'm actually going to stay in with my Clefable to take the Will-O-Wisp. And I'm going to click Moonblast. And we get the read right. He goes for Will-O-Wisp here. And so we go for Moonblast to get the chip back up on him so that he'll be in range of the Draconium Z again. And that did a good chunk. And we got a special attack drop. And actually, I'm going to be right back, friends. Anyway, so I'm gonna try and cut 3, 2. And anyway, I'm back. So we got right here, I can tell that he's gonna be a little frustrated that I read his Will-O-Wisp. He's gonna try to go for the Volt Switch to get out. So here I'm gonna make the hard read and go out to my Chomp to potentially catch him on the Volt Switch here. And I do. So he's right here. He's definitely in range of the Z, or Dragonium Z. Now, I could have clicked Stealth Rocks here, but I couldn't risk the burn because normally most people see me run setup Chomp most of the time. But here I just decided I'm going to go straight out and click Dragonium Z because I wanted to get rid of this Rotom. I didn't want anything that could remove hazards. Because there's no way he's bringing Defog Rabombi, and there's no way he's bringing Scarf, Defog, Kartana, and if he does, that's one less move he has to hit my team. So, we get the Devastating Drake off. And, yeah, there goes Rotom. So here, he goes out into his Rabombi here. And here's where I was talking about my team prep video, where Heracross is going to come in really clutch. I know he's going to set up. There's no reason for him not to set up. So, especially because he's Sash. And I know he's Sash. So it goes on my Heracross. And I know with my investment, I can live a +1 Moonblast from full. I can live it after rocks, unless he gets a high roll, a really high roll. So here, we're going to see if he's got an offensive item on him or not. And as you'll see, he does not. We live the Moonblast, and we kill with Rock Blast. So it's two of his big threat, or one a nuisance and one big threat out of the way, which is really nice. Now, this time he goes into his Garchomp, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to Mega Evolve, because he wants to at least speed type with my Garchomp. So I click CQ here. I just wanted to scout and see if he would, I didn't want to give him set up for free, so I decided to stay in and click Close Combat, just to make sure that he would have to attack me. Then I go back onto my Clefable to force him to switch, essentially. He goes into his Swampert here, and I click Moonblast, and I see that there's a lot of damage, and so I'm sitting thinking, okay, this thing does not have a lot of bulk investment. Or if it does, it's only max HP. Maybe. So I'm kind of thinking, alright, this thing might be offensive, so I'm going to scout for this, go out to my Ferrothorn. Or actually, I'm going to go out to my Chomp. And he goes for Hydro here, and he misses, which really sucked. But I still would have been able to do what I wanted to do here and get rocks up. Now, granted, had he hit the Hydro and then gone for Ice Beam here, he would have killed me. But here, as you're going to see, this Ice Beam actually does not take me out because of how much bulk we had invested on this Garchomp. Here we're going to hard out. We're going to go into our Clefable here to take this incoming anything, Hydro, Earth Power, whatever have you. As he goes for Earth Power, I realize he's a very offensive, modest Swampert. And if he was going for Earth Power again, it was a roll to kill me, but Hydro straight up killed me, which was alright. I didn't really need Clef at that point. I had Salazzle in the back still. We got rocks up too. So here we're going out to Ferrothorn here. He goes for Focus Blast and he misses. Now, let me explain to you guys why this actually did not matter in the long run. Because here's how this would have gone down. First off, my Chomp would have still gotten rocks up, even though it had been dead. Ferrothorn would only kill one less Mon at the end of this. But you can see he missed that Focus Blast. Had he hit the Focus Blast, I'm going to do this calc really quick for you guys. Let's see, 'cause he had, he told me after the match he was 188. modest on the Swampert. I don't know why it was modest instead of adamant, but you know what? It's whatever. We're gonna go 188. We're gonna go modest. This thing has pretty bad special attack, so Focus Blast was doing 47 to 56. That is a roll, and you also have to remember that he is very much it's Focus Blast, so you're almost guaranteed to miss it at least once. But he would have had to get the roll, and if I'd seen the roll go over 50, I probably would have switched. But as stands, it made me miss out on some information on this Focus Blast. Also, he was extra spells. He was actually no, he's Rindo, so he misses the second Focus Blast. Really sucks. But this is where him, if he'd missed one Focus Blast instead of two, I wouldn't have killed him. But or at least I would have killed him with Ferrothorn. But I would have killed him with a combination of I'm trying to think of some other stuff. I think it would have been a different game for sure. I definitely wouldn't have been at full health, but because he was Rindo Berry, yeah, the Focus Blast wasn't is rolled to a KO and not very much in his favor, so I don't think it was. Anyway, he sets up rocks here. So I go for Gyro in case he wanted to stay in his regular form, because regular form took a lot more damage from this than Mega. So here he goes for EQ, telling me he doesn't have Fire Fang, which is very interesting. Tells me he's probably dual stab rocks and toxic. Maybe Iron Head or Poison Jab. We go for Power Whip and we miss out on the KO there, but that's alright because we're going to kill him with Leech Seed because I'm going to be that guy. I just wanted to reveal my last move. EQ doesn't pick up the KO on me and we click Leech Seed. And this Mega Chomp is going to go down. But yeah. So Mega Chomp goes down. Now here, there's kind of a series of plays that I have to make to make this game happen. So here, we're currently at a stage where I got my hazards up. He's got his rocks up. It is currently 4-2. I have Garchomp, Mandibuzz, Salazzle, and freaking and Garchomp, Salazzle, Ferrothorn, and Mandibuzz all in the left over. He's got Kartana and Hoopa Unbound. Cart is Scarfed. I know this much. Or I can pretty much predict this much. Hoopa, I'm not sure. He may have been brought double Scarfers, but I'm not sure at this point. So here when we sacrifice Ferrothorn, because I know that anyone I can go for it. I can live any hit from 50% with Mandibuzz and kill him back once he gets to +1 with Foul Play. So I'm going to let him, and he actually clicks Aerial Ace, so I'm like, okay, yeah, that's for Heracross. But he takes the Iron Barbs, which is something I really was okay with. More chip on this thing is good. So he gets the attack boost. And the fact that he went for Aerial Ace kind of tells me that he was Scarfed as well. So I go to my Mandibuzz here. And now here's where I have to make a prediction. Do I think he's going to stay in? Do I think he's going to switch? Because a Hoopa gets Thunderbolt, so that's ugly. But here's my thing. If he decides to stay in and go for Aerial Ace again, he can't kill me. And he knows that, and I very well should click Foul Play here and just kill him. And then he'd be down to just Hoopa. I could sack this thing off, go into any one of my offensive mons and kill it. But if he decides to attack for some reason, and I clicked U-turn, that would have been kind of ugly actually. But actually, had he stayed in and clicked Aerial Ace, probably would have won the game. But no, I had the feeling I kind of got in his head a little bit, and I knew that he was going to have to either switch or sack off his win con essentially, because Cartana was his only way to win this. So I had to take the risk, and while clicking foul play would have done a decent chunk to Hoopa. If he was bulky enough, it wasn't too KOing, and even after the hazards, and he could kill me back because he would outspeed me. Whereas if I click U-turn, I can get out into something that checks Hoopa, assuming that I don't kill it after these hazards. And it shows he does make the switch into his Hoopa. Takes the rocks and he takes the spikes, and we click U-turn, and this U-turn actually does not kill, which is ridiculous. This is where my original set for Salazzle I really wish I'd kept, because I had a flame charge set, and I would have straight up killed her with a flame charge, and then would have won. Would have straight up won, honestly, with Salazzle. But as it stands, I needed to make sure that I secured this win. So he's going to take rocks and spikes again, and here I decided to sack off my Salazzle. And funny enough, it was actually a roll to kill me here, and he got the roll. So here we go. He gets Sniv +1 again, and a Smart Strike is the strongest move to hit Mandibuzz, but it's still only doing max 49%. And so the only way he kills my Mandibuzz at this point is if he's a crit and +1, he's guaranteed to die to foul play. So he clicks Smart Strike, and luckily he does not get the roll. And we click foul play, and down goes the Cartana. So in kind of a hacksy game, which I really feel bad for, and I really hate. At the end of the day, it's the game of mods, and as much as I hate winning with hacks, at the same time it was a well fought game, and it could have gone either way for a lot of the game. But yeah. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, good game to Aaron. Go check him out. I think this is his last week in the PMC, actually. I think he's dropped, and Kohan is taking over for him after this. But anyway, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys next week as we battle Johnny GB, the reigning champion, in a clash of what could potentially be the undefeateds, depending on his match. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll get you guys soon. Bye-bye.